Hey everyone, it's Wally Dellenbach. Hi. And I've got the impossible repair today. A Ludwig Black Vistalite. This is a Chicago shell. Blue and olive badge. Look at that. It's a daisy. It's torn off of the shell a little bit. Well, not a little bit, a whole lot. And to the point where you can spin it around. It's separated and it's kind of bent up a little bit. I've got a YouTube video about how to cut these off, and so I'm not going to bore you with that. Now the impossible repair is the big crack that runs bearing edge to bearing edge. Let's see if we can see that in this view. And the scary thing about it is that it's got a small clip mount, and where one of the holes is drilled, there's a big chunk. I don't know if you might be able to see that. There's a big chunk that's cut out of or broken out of it. So I'm going to attempt to, and also the user of this drum, whose name is Mike Maurer. Mike is from Germany, and he sent this to me. I live in Indiana, and we know each other through Facebook from the Ludwig Vistalite group. And he sent this to me asking me to repair it. I told him, I said, I think it's an impossible repair. It's probably better off to get a new shell. And but he wanted to do it as a courtesy for everybody on the Ludwig Vistalite group, because he thinks a lot of that page as well as do I. So hello to everybody on that page. Okay, so what somebody has done, I don't know if Mike did this or Michael did this or not, but there's some holes that have been drilled. There's 4 holes outside of the 4 holes for the clip mount. That looks like it might have been a strap. Somebody might have welded a piece, or screwed a piece of steel or some kind of maybe aluminum or something to try to keep this thing put together. I don't know, I don't care, but we're going to try to fix it. And we're going to try also to fill this broken out section, okay? So, enough said. My tools. I've got basically a piece of cotton t-shirt and the black electrical tape to tie this thing together. Keep my Weld-On number 16 in a ball jar just to keep it sealed and fresh. And let's get down to it. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the Weld-On on both sides of the crack. So let's get down to that. Get everything ready. Now, what I'm going to do to try to fill this crack, or this big chip right here, is I'm going to use this tin foil as a spill plate. Okay, if you're familiar with it, it's going to keep this glue from falling out. Okay, and I'm going to put a little bit of the glue on at a time. Okay, so let's get down to it. Now, of course, the shirt is to wipe off any excess, and we want to do that immediately. Okay, so here we go. Got one take to get this right, and can you all see that? All right, so here I go. I'm going to, gosh, I hope you guys can see this okay. I'm going to run the glue, you'll see it, you could see it, down the crack. And it's okay if you get a little sloppy, because you could wipe it out. Got to open this up a little bit. Okay. And I'm not too concerned if I get any excess, because I can always I will sand it and buff it out. Okay, so there's that. Now I'll set this down. I'll get my cap back on. I don't want to make a big mess. Okay. We'll leave that right there, I guess. Now, what I'm going to do is take this guy and start wrapping my tape around it. And I'm just going to do it on the bearing edges. Twice around should do it. Okay, so there's 1, there's 2. Snap. Make sure my bearing edges line up. And now I'll do this side. There's 1 time around. Now I'm going to leave the tape on. What I'm going to do now is take this silver foil or tin foil. I'm going to wipe off my excess right there. And there's just a little bit of excess glue residue on the inside. Got that wiped off. Very good. Looks nice. Alright, so here we go. So this is what's called a spill plate. And I'm going to use this to catch the glue, so to fill this crack up. So I don't know if you guys can see that. That big chip in there. Anyway, there it is. Okay, so I'm going to put the foil over this. There's that. And I'm going to use the foil to catch the glue. And I'm gonna do a real bang-up job on wrapping this thing up. The reason why is because I don't want any of the solvent to get up under the... Do you guys see that okay? I don't want any of the solvent to get up under the tin foil and kind of run... Not that it matters, but... Okay, so there's that. Okay. Now... we'll clean up that inside. So anyway, there's the big chip in there. I'm going to open my Weld-On number 16. You can buy this stuff on eBay. It's pretty cheap. And what I'm going to do is I'm not going to fill this thing up 100%, but I'm going to take it now and just kind of run it into the big crack. And I'm not going to fill that up 100%, and then I'm going to fill up the small holes that were drilled for the strap. And when this is all said and done, I've sanded this before, this solvent, and it'll sand and buff up, but of course it's not, you'll still be able to see it. Okay, now I didn't fill that crack up 100%, and the reason why I don't want to do that is I want to allow the solvent to, the solvent starts to heat up, and I don't want to put a bunch of glue all in that hole at one time. I want to let it cure a little bit, and in about a half hour I'll come back and fill it up the rest of the way. Okay? So with that, there's the repair. I've got some cleanup to do, of course, and I'll come back and put some glue on this maybe or some solvent in a half an hour. And the next video will be the results, so we'll see what happens. Okay? So thanks for watching the video. Thank you, Michael Maurer, for sending me this drum. Gosh, I hope it works. And everybody take care. Thanks for watching the videos. And hopefully we can make this Chicago Vistalite Tom happy again. Okay? Everybody, I'm going to set this right here. And everybody be cool. Thanks. Bye.